I heard the developer who made this scenario was completely tripping on LSD when designing it. But that's just a rumor. A terrible rumor. Which is obviously not true. But what is true is the fact that this scenario is full of quirks and design choices which truly baffle me. So let's take a look. A terrible rumor is a small-sized scenario. We can play as either red, blue, or tan, all located in the overworld, and all neutral or good factions. The first things that stand out to me are the guarded/blocked off areas of the map, so let's just look at them one by one. There's an arena locked behind a red border gate, a hill fort plus some resources and some stat boosts behind a quest guard which requires the Lion's Shield of Courage to pass, a refugee camp plus a couple of mines and a witch hut rewarding 20k XP for bringing the Color of Conjuring, located in the underground, behind a quest guard wanting 5k gold, a quest guard requiring level 8 to pass, a 20 Zealot Pandora's box which is guarded by 40 random tier 6 creatures, and a 15k XP Pandora's box guarded by random tier 4 creatures. Is it just me, or are these guards and rewards just seemingly completely random? And to top it all off, pretty much every creature on the map is set to hostile, meaning they rarely would ever join, and to nonsensical amounts. Like the red Sulfur Dune guard is 21 tier 2s, but the nearby Mercury lab is also tier 2s, but 44? Make it make sense, please. There are also some random tier creature dwellings in the sandy area, and a neutral town in the middle with a pre-built castle, capital, and max level mage guild, behind a no magic garrison with a random assortment of creatures. And this is just the overworld. The underground is also kinda weird. All three colors here are unplayable and evil factions. Only green and purple are connected, while the neutral dungeon town is only reached from red's subterranean gate. And orange is only reached from the desert gate. Obviously there are more intricacies here, but there's a bit too much to try to lay out in one go. So instead, let's just talk strategy. Due to the overworld layout, red is the clear best starting color. Bigger starting area and access to the 15k XP box, allowing us to pass the level 8 guard at level 10 plus. Originally, I wanted to go for the middle town, learn Dimension Door by having the secondary skills from the box XP, and just zip around the map. But the anti-magic in the garrison is too strong. Therefore, I have to go for the AI's throat instead, by still going for the box XP and then take on blue first, recruit another hero, and then start a two-pronged attack to reach all the opposing colors in a reasonable amount of time. How will I do that? Well, I need a very strong early game hero to beat the box guard, but after that, let's just say the path I ended up using came to me completely by luck. But the execution is still pretty cool, I think. This time, I'm again playing Conflux and Luna. Check. Up against blue Conflux, tan Tower, green Inferno, orange Necropolis, and purple Dungeon. Check, 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 and check. Gold bonus for all. Check again. Let's dispel this terrible rumor. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, or maybe even become a channel member. DE. In order to find my preferred seed, I enter the Eastern Gem Pond guard fight and reset 7 times. To take advantage of Luna's firewall, I get the 2k gold from the nearby chest, head into town to leave the 3 air elementals behind, upgrade the magic lantern so I can upgrade the 25 pixies to sprite, recruit the 20 sprites in town, before heading back out again. I then pick up the crystal pile to open up the path to the chest, netting Luna a nice 1500 XP and advanced wisdom. Afterwards, it's back on the road, on the way to another chest, which I pick up on day 2 for a cool 1500 gold, before taking on the wolf raiders blocking the road down south. This is a fight which would usually lose a few sprites if I don't cast firewall, but after waiting and hitting 2 of the 3 wolfy stacks, I get a nice and lucky morale to finish off the 3rd stack as well. Easy lossless. I make sure to get the gold pile nearby as well, and then find the Pandora's box guarded by several greater basilisks. This is a very easy fight for Luna. Just a simple firewall at the top of the battlefield, hide behind with the sprites, and then watch as the ravenous reptiles burn themselves. A second wall is needed to block the back path, but afterwards, they all walk into their deaths. Nice. A quick level up gets Luna Expert Wisdom, while the Pandora's box contains 15k XP, taking Luna up to level 10, teaching her Expert Fire Magic, Expert Mysticism, and Advanced Logistics. Mysticism is kinda useless, but the other two are very good. This allows her to pass the level 8 quest guard, which she does on day 3, also picking up the gold pile, as well as 2k gold from a chest and a small quantity of gems, before finally ending the least eventful day so far. Blue has other plans, however, and attack poor Luna. Otto loses to Anane, but I have some fiery tricks up my sleeve. I check the range of pixies and air elementals to find the perfect firewall spot and hide behind with the sprites. A nasty magic arrow takes out a bunch of them, but the pixies and air elementals disregard the fire hazard and just evaporate. Another 13 sprites die to another magic arrow before the firewall finishes the job. Big losses, but a handy win. This also levels Luna into expert logistics, just in time for the next day. As Blue also paid the 5k to open the southern quest guard, I can stroll by Intius to see what the refugee camp has to offer. An angel. This was extremely lucky to find when mapping out this seed, as I didn't plan on passing this quest guard initially, but if someone offers you an angel, you take it. So I do, and then just smash Intius afterwards. Also just having barely enough movement to reach the unguarded blue town, which vanquishes them. Good start. I immediately hire a second hero, Ignissa, and give her the angel to take on Tan. On the way, she disposes of some mummies and gets even more gold from a chest. And I make sure to bring Luna out of the garrison and only leave the sprites on her for optimal movement, while also restoring her mana, as Blue had built a mage guild. Then, I can end a very good day 4. A Tan hero passes Ignissa and rests on the nearby magic well, so I naturally just attack and see that Otto takes care of Fafnir easily. Nice. This hopefully only leaves one more Tan hero, who defends their lone town. Otto, surprisingly, loses, so I guess this is a manual one. I wait on turn 1 and take a nasty 40 damage magic arrow. Ouch. Thane only has 4 of these, so I have to take less than 40 damage from his creatures. Which is why I employ the strategy of not flying in recklessly, but instead do some hit and run shenanigans. This eventually forces Thane's hand, and he now moves out with his weaker army. I take out his gremlins, check to see the angel HP, which is quite good, and finish off his gargoyles as well. This only leaves his stone golems, but unsurprisingly, they don't stand a chance in a duel against the angel. 3 hits are all it takes. Thane down, Tan down, just the underground boys left. In town, I hire a third hero, Thorgrim, the absolute hunk of a dwarf. Give him the angel, dismiss his fellow dwarves, and send him underground after casually beating the sprites guarding the subterranean gate. The Walking Dead Down Under suffered the same fate, getting obliterated by Otto, and I can send Ignissa after him. At least a couple of tiles on the way after I remember getting her out of the garrison. Luna, meanwhile, heads for the eastern subterranean gate in the desert. Day 6, Thorgrim attacks demons in his way. Otto loses, so this calls for some delightful dwarven devilry. This is basically a kiting fight. Each angel attack kills 2 demons, so each stack needs 2 hits to die. As long as I can stay out of reach of multiple demon stacks, this should be fairly straightforward. Which is why I fly from corner to corner, just occasionally getting a hit in. In fights like these, I like to take out 1 stack at a time, if possible, to make the kiting easier by having more available safe hexes. After a while, only 3 stacks are left, and I decide to finish with quick combat, as there's no way to lose here. 27 demons exorcised, and armor picked up on Thorgrim. Ideally, I would want to take on the green hero with Ignissa, but she can't reach due to the tan magic wall hero earlier, so Thorgrim has to do it instead. Otto wins easily, so I just accept, getting advanced armor, and then gallop north towards the green town. I make sure to not leave a path through for another green hero, to not get Ignissa assassinated as she makes her way towards the beholders blocking the path to purple. Luna, meanwhile, splits her sprites into 7 stacks in preparation for the Portal of Glory. I want another angel. This is definitely a manual fight. I check the angel range to see where I can get a free firewall hit in, and bait them in with one of the stacks. The angels oblige, taking 220 damage. Not bad. I then move all but 1 stack to the top left corner, cast a 90 damage magic arrow, and aim for the bottom right corner with the remaining sprite stack. From here, it's just a matter of magic arrowing. It takes 5 arrows plus the firewall damage to kill the 3 angels, and the splitting of the stacks is just to make sure there's enough distance to survive a possible angel morale. Thankfully, nothing egregious happens, and Luna survives with 2 sprites left, and enough gold to recruit the angel. The sprites are dismissed for being too slow, and it's time to greet day 7. Which opens with Luna blasting past some rogues and then standing eye to eye to eye to eye with some evil eyes. Auto loses as this fight needs magic. 90 damage magic arrows kill 4 evil eyes per cast, so they will be very useful here. I let the eye boys laser me before moving with the angel, and the strategy here is to maximize damage each turn. So I work my way from the bottom with the magic arrows and from the top with the angel. When all stacks are whittled down, I check the angel HP and deduce I can quick combat finish. A fairly efficient win. The underground subterranean gate guards of griffins are even more efficient to take on. Auto loses, I wait on turn 1, and then finish with quick combat. Doesn't get much more efficient than that. Straker and Orange Hero is also nearby. I'm very surprised to see Auto lose this, as I can't even imagine losing here. This fight is essentially me just messing around. I take a magic arrow, let his dead creatures move, and start hitting the whites. It takes 2 hits to take them out, and after tanking another arrow, I set up a firewall just to watch the Walking Dead walk through and die. Straker flees after this humiliation. LOL. I was surprised to be this close to reaching their town, and I wondered if I could have gained some movement anywhere. But oh well, it doesn't really matter. As my late game strategy involves a bunch of gold, I sent Thorgrim towards the nearby imp cache guarded by vampire lords. In practice runs, I didn't get advanced armor, so Auto always lost. But with advanced armor, I guess he won. Nice, well done. Not so well done to lose to the imp cache, but I don't mind doing this quick and easy fight. It's simply a matter of not flying in on the right side on turn 1, and then it's basically a piece of cake. I don't think there's any way to lose this fight from this point, so on turn 3, I just let quick combat finish the fight. No point wasting time. But I do waste, I guess, some time to pick up some ore before sieging green. But it's an easy win, so I guess they're vanquished. Well done me, I suppose. Thorgrim immediately heads back south, and Ignissa prepares to take on some unupgraded eye boys the next day. In Green's town, I build a hellhole, and in the Tower town, as well as Blue's Conflicts town, I build marketplaces. And with all this in order, I think it's time to greet week 2 welcome. Luna up first. Straker is back, and the now undead Straker is dead. Again. Which vanquishes orange. Only purple left. Luna's job now is to pick up more resources, so she's back in the sunny overworld. Thorgrim picks up some crystal and just kills some troglodytes for literally no reason. In the town formerly known as Greenstown, I hire Craghack and recruit the available pit fiends, gogs, and imps. Remember, I actually can't reach Ignissa from the town with Craghack, so I send Thorgrim a couple of steps north, transfer the new recruits over to him, and then transfer some of the new guys over to Ignissa to take on the beholders. Auto wins, and I'm surprised to see he lost so few creatures, so I decide to take a look. It's a classic auto fight. Just full gung-ho, no regards for human, demonic, or fey life. Don't know why I'm surprised, to be honest. Anyway, a win is a win, and I do some very important stuff here. Detail stuff. I leave everything but the Angel on Ignissa, use up her movement to get more resources, and purposefully don't attack the Wood Elves. I send Craghack back to town after flagging an ore pit, and move slightly back with Thorgrim. Purple moves away due to me not taking out the elves, and I can enact my final plan. Luna just gets some sulfur and barely doesn't reach more resources, but that doesn't matter. I can still afford the Fire Lake and recruit all available Inferno army, at least after doing some minor trading to afford the last demon. Craggy Man meets up with Thorgrim, who takes this varied and diverse army over to Ignissa. She gets everything but Thorgrim's Wolf Riders, as she is limited by her 7 army slots, before she takes on the Wood Elves in the way. Auto loses both a Freety, which I can't accept. Manual it is. I wait with the Angel and Ifriti, lose some Gogs, and send the Hellhounds forward as bait, which the 2 Wood Elf stacks swallow whole. Now it's time to move in with the big guns. On turn 2, I can reach the upgraded Grand Elves with the Angel, killing 7. The Ifriti follow up and take out 6 more, and now it's a matter of keeping the number of elf range shots down to a minimum. The top stack gets 1 in, but that was the last elf shot of this fight. I can simply block them with my weaker creatures, while the damage is done by the Angel, Ifriti and Pit Fiends. A couple more rounds of this exact strategy, and it's an easy fight in the end. No important creatures lost. Sorry, Hellhounds. Before finding purple, Thorgrim sends over some Wolf Riders, and Ignissa finds Damacon, purple's strongest hero, hopefully. I do some minor positioning switching and attack, and Auto wins? I definitely did not expect this. I also don't expect purple to have more army, so I eventually just accept the results. I kinda regret not watching this fight, as I think it would be kinda interesting. Afterwards, I see that purple's town is indeed only guarded by few trogs. On we go. Auto wins, so let's watch this epic finale instead. This nail-biter comes down to whether Gion can magic arrow me down. The Pit Fiends reach after breaching the walls. The lone troglodyte dies. I win. And this means purple is vanquished. I'm victorious. In 9 days. Not bad, not bad. 448 score and Archangel rank is what I like to see. This is one of the strangest scenarios I've ever played. Not just because of all the weird quirks, but also because my final strategy is nothing like what I initially thought it would be. I thought I could just play blue, rush the middle town, and then DD around. But I wasn't even close to be able to do that, at least in a reasonable amount of time. I highly encourage you to check out this map in the editor, just to see all the weird stuff going on. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please leave a like, comment, and a subscription. Maybe even channel membership? You get access to my videos a couple of days early. I hope to see you next time, and that you have a might and magically good day. Bye bye. And as always, a huge thank you to all my channel members, but an extra special shout out to my Ballista members, Escubani, Van Lunis, Lika, Kat, CJ, Nora, and Turskinator. I appreciate you all so much.